Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm finally back. We were on vacation and then crazy family stuff happened, which I won't bore any newcomers with that, but if you guys follow us on Instagram, you know what's been up. I'll probably update on here at some point, but I'm not going to bore you today. So finally I have a Germany topic video. It's been a good while, so today we're going to talk about top 5 reasons it's kind of awesome raising kids in Germany. First of all, if you're new here, my name's Danielle. I am an American expat mom of 3, and I have been in Germany for 10 years. Now that you're aware of that, let's get into reason number 1. First, big, awesome reason, it's something called Kindergeld. Now, Kindergeld translates to child's money. So how it works is per child, a child gets between 210 and 235. The more kids you have, the more money you get. So for us, for example, we get around 600 plus extra a month just from having children, and until the kids turn 18, it's going into like a family expense sort of pot. But after the child turns 18, they can claim it until the age of 25. So it's really just a way to help with the expenses of raising children, and a lot of parents will put it in a separate bank account just to save for the child's future. It comes from the government, and we definitely don't have that in the States unless you sign up for some sort of aid program because you don't make enough money. Next reason is the free education. So in Germany, going to school, going to university is basically also paid for, which is awesome because we all know how expensive it is in the States. The UK is also not really ideal. It's not as expensive as the States, but it's costing you something, and it's good to come up with some sort of savings account for the child's college fund. For quite a while, I thought the Kindergeld was a bit of a college fund, but then I found out that you don't really need to save up for college in Germany. It is good to have a little bit saved or a little bit of cushion money from your parents if you have to go to school outside of where you grew up, but because then you have to pay for obviously like the cost of your apartment and the cost of food and whatnot. That's basically all you have to pay for on your own when it comes to your studies. Next one's definitely one of my favorites, and that is the long paternity and maternity leaves. So we're going to focus a little bit on paternity leave first because I have been a stay-at-home mom since I was pregnant. So I will speak a little bit on that, not from first-hand experience, but from what I researched. Paternity leave in Europe in general is quite different from what it is in the US. I don't know exactly how it is in the US because I've never actually had to deal with it. I just know that a lot of people say that their husbands go back to work. If they get vacation time, it's usually like a max 2 weeks, and they usually go back to work even like within the first couple days after the mom delivers, because there's just not, it depends on your state too, I'm sure, but there's not like a stable right for fathers to take time off after they have their children. It is a lot more respected here, that's for sure. So for Johannes, for example, you know, you don't get like your full pay, but you do get a pretty good chunk. So Johannes got 65% of his pay. He ended up taking about 3 months off with each kid. For us, it was totally worth it because I am, you know, here in Germany alone, I don't have much family support, so it was totally worth it. And I think that it's really important that the dads bond with their babies as well. And you can take it off in increments, like it doesn't have to be all in one go. You could take off a couple months here and then say, okay, I go back to work, and then maybe in the summer when you want to go on a really long vacation, you could do that. But vacation time in Germany is quite good too, but some people do it like that. You could take up to basically 1.5 years, depending on how you manage it, because you have to kind of manage it a little bit with a plan, if that makes sense, depending on your contract. But men can take a lot of time off to spend with their children, which I think is really, really special and important. But I also do have friends who said that 65% of their pay just wasn't enough to justify the father staying home, so they usually just took like a month off. So that leads me into my next one, which is you get a lot of vacation time in Germany, which is great for anybody, but obviously as a parent too, it's pretty cool because you get to spend more time with your kids. So Johannes gets guaranteed 6 weeks off every single year. It's different depending on the company, but generally in Germany you get a lot of vacation time, probably some of the most vacation time I've heard of in the world. So yeah, really great to spend time obviously with your family. The last one is the one that has nothing to do with money, but it is worth its weight in gold, and that is that breastfeeding in public is not at all taboo, very well accepted. If they don't want to look, they just keep their eyes off. As I've talked about in many of my Germany cultural videos, Germans are just not as fussed about nudity. The human body is just something natural. And it seems in the UK there is also some issues with breastfeeding in public. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's about what makes you feel comfortable. If you feel better covering up when you breastfeed, that's up to you. I wouldn't shame anybody who does that. But for those of us who don't want the extra struggle, and I've gone from wanting to cover to just flopping it out. I've had 3 kids and I live in Germany, so I can definitely say it's a lot easier to just let go of my inhibitions a little bit and just realize this is something completely natural. I don't have much of a chest anyway, so it's just like, it makes life so much easier to just know that nobody around you cares at all and thinks it's the most beautiful and natural thing in the world, and they just go about their business. So that is just 5 reasons I absolutely love raising kids in Germany. It's more of like the benefits, I guess you could say, because a lot of this had to do with money. I think I will make more videos like this. It's definitely going to be a bit of a theme, and because it is different and it is really unique, I want to talk more about parenting styles and stuff like that and how it compares to the US, even though it's been a while since I've been to the US. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you next time. Bye. For me, it's like no matter what route I chose to take, I knew I was going to have a hard time with it either way, because obviously Germany was going to come with learning a whole other language before I could get into studying anything. So it was like, either way, I'm going to have a difficult time. So for me, I was like, well, at least if we go to Germany, we're going to be together and it'll be like a new experience. If you know me, I love change and I love new, exciting things.